Alright, from your algebra days, just name something that you can find. Just name anything. Okay, what's two things you can find real easy? That's not rhetorical. I'm asking y'all to answer it. Don't say vertical and horizontal asymptote because you didn't know that back in Algebra 1, 2. But I'm talking about from your pre-algebra and algebra days. What were two basic things you could find on any graph?
X and Y.
X and Y what?
Intercept.
X and Y intercept. Good. So just from your basic algebra, X and Y intercept. To find the x-intercept, what do? Plug in 0 for what? Y. For your y-intercept, plug in 0 for what? For x. Now that's pretty basic. And you should remember that. So, plug in 0 for x. Well, 0 plus 1 over 0 plus 0 minus 3. And what do you get? Negative 1/3. I wish this could write. I would call IT, but it doesn't do any good because they don't know anything about it either. Plug in 0 for y. So that's 0 is equal to x plus 1 over the denominator. Multiply both sides by the denominator. And what happens? What happens to the denominator on this side? Cancels out, goes to 0. X plus 1, and x is equal to what? Negative 1. So just, you don't have any clue what's going on, you can find the x and y intercept. If you can read that writing with the little tails hanging off of it. Now add what we're doing. Well, vertical asymptote. Set denominator equal to what? 0. 2x squared plus 5x minus 3 is equal to 0. 2x squared plus 5x plus blank is equal to 3 plus blank. A lot of you saying, why are you using completing the square? We're done with that. You're not. If you're going to Calc 1, you're not done with it. So every time you get a chance to use it, you better use it. Because if you're one of these people, oh, I'm just going to factor it. Well, then don't cry when you flunk the first test in Calc 1. So 2x, factor out the 2, x squared plus 5 halves x plus blank is equal to 3 plus 2 times blank. Alright, now we got to take 5 halves, divide it by 2, which means you got to divide by 2 over 1, multiply by 1/2, be 5/4. 5/4 quantity squared is what? 25/16, Hubert. So that's going to be 2 times x plus 5/4 quantity squared is equal to, well, this will take this out to an 8. So this is going to be 24/8. So I'm going to change that to 24/8 plus 25/8. And 2 times x plus 5/4 quantity squared is equal to 49/8. What do we know here? That's not rhetorical. I'm asking y'all. Vertex, good. Some of y'all actually remember something. We got the intercepts. Now we can write down the vertex. Vertex is -5 fourths, comma, 49, -49 eighths. So there's your vertex. Now we're going to keep on. I wondered when it was going to. So much for consistency. Forget it. Try it one more time. Well, that's as good as it's going to get. Yes, I am determined. It will not. There. Okay. So, y'all got to help me out. 2x plus 5 fourths quantity squared is equal to 49 eighths, right?
Yes.
All right. Divide by 2 over 1. 2 over 1. Multiply by 1/2. Hey, we get our 16 back. So, x plus 5 fourths quantity squared is equal to 49 sixteenths. Take the square root of both sides. Positive or negative 7/8 fourths, sorry. And x is equal to positive or negative 7 minus 5 over 4. Notice how better it writes on this side than over there. That's why I think something's wrong with it. Equals, what's 7 minus 5? 2 over 4? 1/2. And negative 7 minus 5? Over 4? And there's your 2 what? Vertical what? Vertical asymptotes. Is it PE or TE? I always get that messed up. Okay, it's not going to let me move it, so God, what a surprise. Anyway, that's that. So you can put the vertical asymptotes right here. Is 1/2 and -3. Okay, so we've got the x-intercept, we got the y-intercept, we got the vertex, and we got the vertical asymptotes. Now the vertex is not going to be exactly right because of the x plus 1 on top, but it's going to give you the vicinity at least. Now we got to find a what? Horizontal or oblique asymptote. Well, what is this? What is the degree of this numerator? 1. What is the degree of this one? 2. So the horizontal asymptote is what? That's not rhetorical, I'm asking y'all. What is it? Okay, turn to 279. What does 279 say? Did y'all write it down? If the degree of the numerator is smaller than the degree of the denominator, The horizontal asymptote is what? Well, you don't use long division, so it's either the coefficient or 0. Okay, y'all not going to take a guess? You got a 50-50 shot? 0. Good. When the degree of the numerator is less than the degree of the denominator, the horizontal asymptote is 0. So, I'm going to erase all this stuff with my little bitty eraser. While y'all, take me 15 minutes to do this, while y'all sketch what you know. I'll be so glad when they get these things painted. Now we know our vertical asymptote is 0, so that means that's the what axis? The x-axis, Hubert. That's right, class. So here, is your horizontal asymptote. Okay? Your vertical asymptote is at 1/2 and what? Negative 1/3. 1/2 and what? Negative 3. Okay, so that takes care of that and that. Let's go with the y-intercept and the x-intercept. The y-intercept is 0, negative 1. So I'll take my red marker and I'll just put a dot right there. And then the x-intercept is that negative 1/3? Yeah. Negative 1/3. Now, there's not really any way to tell how this looks, but you know at least it's crossing right in here. I would say it's, it could be doing something like this. I don't know. And then something like this.
I think those intercepts are backwards though.
The y-intercept, you plug in 0 for x. Yeah, they are. Thank you.
Yeah.
They're backwards. I don't know why I did that. But anyway, yes, you're right. This is the y-intercept. And this is the x-intercept. Thank you. So the x-intercept is 0, negative 1. And the y-intercept is negative 1/3 and 0. Now, I have no idea what it looks like, but that's when your graphing calculator comes into play. I would probably say it's going like that. I have no idea what it's doing.
It's got a lot of lines.
Huh?
It's got a lot going on.
So let's go ahead and take our graphing calculator. And I'm happy if you have all of this. I'm very happy. Okay? So let's take our handy dandy graphing calculator and punch it in. Because I'm going to be honest with you, there's no way, unless you're Rain Man, that you're going to be able to keep up with all these different graphs. And I'm not going to take the time asking you to memorize them. So, parenthesis, x, plus 1, close parenthesis, divided by, open parenthesis, x squared, 2x squared plus 5x minus 3. Close parenthesis, graph. Now, of course, you can't see what it's doing, so what you do is you hit zoom. You can try to hit zoom standard, but zoom standard is not going to help you. You're going to have to zoom in. Well, I thought I hit zoom standard. It's doing something. I don't know what it's doing. Hold on. Mine is caught in a loop right now. Let me do it over. I'm sorry. It's still. Quit.
My calculator does that sometimes. And I always have to turn it off. And I don't know if there's some way to make it not do that.
Well, let's see if that works.
It's like it just gets frozen sometimes.
Thank you. That worked. Y is equal, it's worked, it did it because I messed it up. Let me just zoom. I like to use zoom box anyway. So some of y'all may just like to use window, and that's fine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here. I'm going to put my left corner right in there. And then my right corner, put it right about there. Now that's what it looks like. I thought that's what it was doing so. Doing something like that. No, it's not doing, yeah. You can't cross. I think I'm, yeah. I have it. Mine's not as flat as it is, but you get the point. Okay? So on the test, I want to ask you for all of this stuff. Let's do a nerd. All right, try that one. Everything. 2x plus 1 over x minus 3. Is this Wednesday the 21st?
Today's Monday.
Huh?
Today's Monday, the 19th.
Is this Wednesday? Is this
Yes,
Wednesday going to be
yes.
the 21st?
Today is a Monday.
I don't know. I don't know what the date is today. Is it the I guess it's the 19th now. Since y'all said Wednesday's going to be the 21st. I got a workshop to go to at 11:15, so that'll mean I'll have to cut y'all out early, right? What time's class over? 11. Okay. Alright. So, what's the first thing we do? X and Y intercepts. This time, don't do them backwards. For the Y intercept, 0 for X. I hope I do it right this time. Look at that comma. Looks like an ear. Let's do it over here, see what happens. So, 0 for X, that's going to give you 0 plus 1 over 0 minus 3, which is again negative 1/3. Y-intercept, I'm sorry. X-intercept, 0 for Y. 0 for Y, multiply the X minus 3 times 0, that cancels out. 2X plus 1, negative 1/2. Somebody check me.
That's what I got.
So there's your Y and X intercept. Y'all see that? Instead it does the whole thing. Now somebody tell me how it does that. And then a while ago, I tried to, no consistency whatsoever, no pattern, no methodology, and if it ever does that, you can't move it.
And this is all based on the texture of the board, right? Like that's how it's not functioning properly, or is it the software that's
I don't know. I really don't. And we had no training, so the reason I'm using it is because it's all self-trained. I'm doing it as I go. So.
You're a trooper for not flipping out.
Huh?
I said you're a trooper for not flipping out.
Well, I can't video up here because I'm not using this because this worked the teacher to death. So, all right. So now we take X minus 3 and equal 0 because we got to find out where it crosses. X minus 3 is equal to 0, so that means your vertical asymptote is 3. Horizontal asymptote, what do you notice about these two guys? They're same degree, so they cancel, and what does that leave? 2 over what? 2 over 1, thank you. Horizontal asymptote is equal to 2 over 1. Vertical asymptote is equal to 3. So we got a vertical asymptote of 3. That's supposed to be dotted. There's your vertical asymptote. Horizontal asymptote is 2. Zero, negative 1/3 is your y-intercept. All I want to do is put one dot. That's all I want to do, one dot. Whatever. And 1 negative 1/2 and 0. So do we got something going like this, don't we? So I would say probably now y'all check me with your graphic calculator. Is that what they have? Something like that?
Yeah. Does the horizontal one show up on the calculator? The horizontal asymptote?
Nope. And the vertical really don't show up, but it shows up as like an EKG line. And the main thing you need to start learning how to do is, like she's doing, sketching it. You need to learn how to sketch it. And then check it with your calculator. Now, what about the domain and range? Whew. Well, the range is from negative infinity to what? To 2. Is it inclusive of 2? Yes or no? I heard, that's what I heard.
Yes.
No, it's not, because you can't touch 2. 2 is the what?
Oh, yeah.
Vertical asymptote. So, negative infinity to what? 2 with parentheses, and then 2 to what?
Infinity.
Okay, what about our domain?
So do you put a U in between? If you're writing the range?
Yeah, you're still worried about those U's, ain't you?
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't understand them.
Yeah, because there's no overlap. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, now, what about the domain? Negative infinity to what? That's not rhetorical. I'm holding my pen here for a reason. To what?
3.
3. Inclusive of 3? No. Parentheses. And then parentheses 3 to what? Infinity. Because of this guy and this guy. This is negative infinity. And this is positive infinity. This is negative infinity in relation to the range. This is positive infinity in relation to the range. We feel good about ourselves? And let's do an oblique. You can do obliques. If you can do all 3 of the problems we're doing today, then you're good to go. Let's see. Where's an oblique? No, that's not an oblique. There's an oblique. I thought we did this one. X squared plus 1 over x minus 2. Did we not do that one? Yeah, we did. I'm not doing it again. Okay, there you go.